That's another hero that they talked about was the Riki, because, I mean, I don't know how it deals with Invis itself. I mean, when I played against it yesterday with the Shadow Blade, I noticed that it kept buying sentries and it would buy dust. How does it work against Riki, who's Invis all the time?
What the AI thinks about their current situation and how likely they are to be able to get kills, how likely they are to die. So if you see a super red bar, pretty much means they're done for.
Oh, and already up top, the action's kicking off as OpenAI will claim first blood. No tail is to be caught out here as the two teams meet head to head at that top rune spawn. It's top CS now as the Viper. CM is going to be quick to come down to this bottom lane, but again, JerAx is on the hunt. Another TP will come into their bottom lane from the sniper. AI bringing him back up. At the same time, AI is going aggressive up top. OpenAI diving past the tower. They'll find no tail, but they dove pretty deep for this, the OpenAI, as the reaction will be there from OG. They have both the combo of the SF and the Shaker to bring down the Gyrocopter. So aggressive plays from the OpenAI, but it does end up in a trade that...
We know that OpenAI likes to be able to defend their towers quite a bit. They will oftentimes, what we look at it from the human perspective is over-rotating. Bringing too many heroes to defend a tower, that's going to be something that I think OG will try and exploit, and we'll see whether or not it works for them.
And look at this, how deep Seb is skipping these creeps. He should pay with his life this time, and he will, as the CM is able to put a stop to
no, all those
cutting
creeps
the
are
waves.
so low too. She might actually just deny the whole entire wave.
After Thompson sort of made those plays around, OpenAI's Death Prophet has caught up in farm. It's now very close between the two. You see JerAx, he's going to look for a wraparound on mid. The setup's there with the Fisher. OpenAI's blocked in, nowhere for the Death Prophet to run, as that will be another kill here for Thompson on his Riki. Top lane, back towards more action. OpenAI once again looking to dive in deep past the tower with this Gyrocopter and Sven combination. They've got the Voodoo Restoration though, OG. No tail, keeping the two of them alive as OG's able to turn, bring down the Sven. Still though, trying for this SF. Gyro desperate for the kill, but he cannot find
he's not gonna get it!
As with the Fisher and the heals from No Tail, this SF just won't die. Anna stays alive, and OG again able to hold on despite the aggressive plays from the OpenAI on that top lane. They have made these fantastic moves so far across the map.
And then another one is the Voodoo Restoration choice. Picking up the Witch Doctor. We've seen how the harassment, OpenAI is super good about being able to do that, and the Voodoo Restoration is cutting a lot of that out and making these fights go their way.
And we're going to see the AI going this time with the help of the CM. They're looking to lead in onto the SF. No tails there though. Again, as you mentioned, this Voodoo Restoration just making it that little too hard for the AI to instantly kill the SF. They'll get another stun out. He's still alive though. Finally, they get that kill onto Anna. They will finish off the Shadow Fiend. They're trying to see if they can find even more, potentially the OpenAI, as it looks towards No Tail with the Rocket Barrage. The Gyrocopter finds another. This time, the OpenAI is getting away with the aggression up top. They realized it wasn't working with just the Sven and the Gyro, so they add in that Crystal Maiden, and it makes all the difference.
And I'll tell you, Owen, I remember from experience, we thought the cask was going to be good. The paralyzing cask was going to be good against the AI. It is not. They know the spacing so well.
Oh, another great setup here in the middle lane. As once again, it is JerAx on his Shaker, sees a Fisher opening opportunity. Thompson even baiting them, hanging around very low. Back up top. More aggressive plays will claim another kill for the AI as they bring down No Tail. It's going to be...
That's the wrong one. Okay. Now,
oh, there we go. Did find the sentry down, but Thompson's already out of there. So he will be okay. Just have to be a little careful with the sniper around. Assassinate available if he does show. Seb. Again, playing very aggressively, very deep past the tower. OpenAI is going to have something to say about this one. As they'll come in, Sven stun holds down the Viper. OpenAI will get Seb once again for trying to cut these waves behind the towers. They'll be a little careful here. Still lucky that the Death Prophet does not have mana for an extra crystal. Just actually jump in to take the creep there away from the Sven. Back towards bottom. This continuing push coming out from OpenAI will be responded to by OGs. They'll lead with the Fisher. Have brought in Anna as well on his SF, ready to charge forward. Already OpenAI realizing that they are outnumbered here. They will retreat back towards the tower. We'll see if they bring in any backup to try and fight this. As the Gyro is getting gone upon, another slow comes out from the CM, holding back JerAx and Thompson, but there's a Fisher, another jump forward, as OG should be able to find it. Thompson nearly dies to that Rocket Barrage, but Thompson's prepared. As soon as the Gyro is dead, he's got a salve popped, and he's ready to try and hunt for more.
There's a big dive going on the bottom lane, but there's no creep wave. The tower's not under attack, so they see, hey, that's not worth it. We're not rotating to save a hero, we're going to make sure we take an objective in that top lane instead.
See back towards mid Thompson, and he's able to chase down the CM. A big ult comes out. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, the OpenAI Crystal Maiden doing it big time there, and in fact, they're going to get this SF as well. Ana falls. The Crystal Maiden going big, standing her ground, committing with the ultimate.
Oh man, how well is the OpenAI going to be able to adjust to like the patch changes? Have they read it at all? Well, maybe it's OG who didn't read the patch changes. That armor for the Crystal Maiden saves her life, gets multiple kills.
They do get the tower. Sven is incredibly low. Seb's going to TP in and try and find this kill for sure. He'll throw out the Viper Strike. Instant stun from the Sven will hold Seb back in position. Is he going to tick down to the poison? He's not. The Sven will survive. And now OpenAI, they turn onto Seb. They'll get the Viper kill. Thompson and Jerex, they're still trying to desperately chase at least something here. Jump forward from Thompson, tricks the trade. It won't quite do it. The Gyro is too speedy. He continues to retreat. Thompson is going to try and chase this down. He's got another jump forward, and he will finally be able to claim the life of the Gyrocopter. But already we're starting to see that difference grow. The 3K lead now for OpenAI against OG. Thompson is diving underneath the tower for this. TP was going to come in, but does get cancelled as they realize that the sniper is no longer under any harm. Maybe he is, though. Thompson continuing to try and jump in. As he's really going for this kill. Again, another jump forward, the silence down. He's trying to find it. Has he got the damage?
No way!
Oh! I mean, he'll get it, but he loses his life for it there. Thompson playing incredibly aggressively as the all chat comes out.
He just has that little bit of micro that makes sure that he lives as long as possible and does manage to get at least a counter kill.
Of course, whilst this time's going on, the Death Prophet has had space up top. We saw a few minutes ago she was able to push in with that Exorcism, take that tier 1 tower. He's actually going to try and chase down Jerex a little bit here. The backup's going to be coming in for the Sven. Fisher will stop the Sven from getting a range for initial stun, but he's still able to chase around it, and that will mean a kill onto Jerex. Now Sven still able to get out with that boosted movement speed. He'll escape. The Death Prophet's in trouble, though. They've got the Maledict down. If Thompson can find a few more punches with the help of Thompson, they certainly can. They do kill off the Death Prophet. Such as the Sven stun that we've seen flying in time and time again, causing quite a few issues for OG when this Sven does decide to go in and initiate a fight. So we're going to see the Radiant Courier killed. That is going to be a Yule Scepter put at the side for now. As now, another move here from OG. They've found the Gyrocopter. They've also found the CM. Blink forward there from the two of them. They'll chase down a second. A double kill picked up by Ana.
Doesn't actually include like he has this Morbid Mask in his stash. He could have that in his inventory, but instead is waiting for the full out Vlads. It is nice to see, though, that still like the 5-manning, at least from our understanding of Dota, it is really important to have those team fight items.
No doubt. He's going for a pretty, well, I say ambitious, but he has got the help of Jerex, and with that stun lock, that'll be more than enough. Does that mean that the Sven dies in another buyback? OpenAI does not want to waste any time off the map. They bring their heroes straight back in as soon as they die, when they feel that something can be done. And it's being asked for. They're being pretty silent at the moment, the AI.
A long time, ever since that 80%. And this is you know, an AI team that was once up, about 3K net worth, now down. And it seems like OG has found a kind of pattern to take it to the AI, but they are going to lose 2 here, it looks like.
Again, very aggressive players here from OG. Actually, he nearly gets away, but will not be the case.
That was smart. The Gyro ran back to give vision to the sniper so he could actually get the auto attack in.
See in the middle, Jerex, Echo Slam's going to be used. Quick setup and another instant buyback. This team, OpenAI, will not stay down. They get immediately back into the game. As their Sven is in trouble. They're bringing back up. It's going to be a haste, but Thompson, he's able to grab it before the Sven is. In fact, though, it doesn't matter. They turn. OpenAI just looks towards the Riki with the backup of the Crystal Maiden. They have that control. As back on form. It's a 95% here for OpenAI.
From our human perspective, this is an even game, Owen. How are they saying 95%?
I'm pretty sure even Dota Plus at the moment wouldn't be in the 90s, as this game does not look one-sided. It's very even in the net worth. OpenAI, though, feeling incredibly confident with themselves, and they are going to dive in past the tower. They'll look with the ultimate here from the Gyro. BKB is there from Ana. He'll try and turn, but Seb, he's already fallen. Sven will make sure that No-Tail's pushed all the way back. Official will come out to hold them down, but OpenAI, they've got 2 more kills. Seb and Jerex fall, a third as well, as they snipe down No-Tail right up to the high ground. The Death Prophet has the Yule Scepter controlling Ana. Ana's sort of left on his own here to try and hold back, but there's the stun from Sven. Ana's going to fall as well. as OpenAI, they're into the base. It's 19 minutes in. They're taking the tier 3 tower. They're almost certainly going to look for more. As OG, they have 4 dead at the moment. Only a Ricky, and Ricky, not the best hero, holding back a 5-man push on his own.
You know, sometimes, Owen, we say that, the net worth is a little deceiving because we're going to watch Thompson die as well. Sometimes net worth is deceiving, but you would still say, like, no matter what, like, this game is, pretty even. We'd say 60-40 or something like that, but the AI read that we have much stronger team fight. We also have the, 4 core that we were talking about as well.
Now they've got to get back on and they've got to focus if they want a chance to recover this game against OpenAI.
It's definitely going to be a heavy focus on split pushing now for OG. They've just got to, as many ways as possible, move the AI around the map, try and keep them from doing another one of those 5-man pushes. I think something triggered. Once they saw the way that the lanes were set up and how much stronger they were in team fights, they said, we can take an objective here, and that's what gives us the 95%.
We are going to see a nice cast bounce here onto the two of them, the CM and the Sven, but they're straight again. The CM holds her ground, pops the ultimate, will fall, but they'll get Seb in return. See if they can try and chase for more. They have the Exorcism out, but it's going to be a quick TP away, in fact, from the Death Prophet as they'll move straight back towards the mid. They've got their eyes on the Shadow Fiend, but with that Blink Dagger, Anna's able to get himself back to safety. Back in the jungle, Thompson still trying to go onto this Gyrocopter. There will be a homing missile heading his way, so Thompson cannot chase any further. The Gyro will be safe. See, Thompson is trying for the courier, but will just be out of range. Then we'll be able to send over the CM her now completed. Forced up, Thompson will manage to get that courier. Once again, managing to catch it down the way back, but OpenAI are prepared. Sentries, dusts are out. And they've got the detection. Thompson will be able to dodge a bit of the damage there with the ultimate, but he'll come back down. The dust, of course, still upon him. He has got a silence, as he'll be able to juke his way away from the CM, but there's the wraparound. He's back into Invis, though. Do they have any further detection? Thompson's going to TP out into the tree line. Out he goes. He'll get himself away from that attempt by OpenAI. We're going to see the build from Anna. This game is going to be a very sort of defensive build. There's Jules, Blink, and BKB, which, of course, he's got the Blink and the BKB done at the moment. You'll see in the middle lane, jump forward with the Blink, but there's going to be a response straight away with the stun onto the Shaker. They get the kill on the CM, but immediate buyback again from OpenAI, as they'll come straight back into the action, just in case there's any potential to look for those greater plays. As we're seeing this so many times, OpenAI definitely realizes that the power of early game buybacks.
Oh, they caught another one.
It's always worth it.
It's going to be Viper at the top lane. The Blink Dagger, they just put a homing missile on somebody, and then they just always have the follow-up. They know.
Back in the river, they're going to find the follow-up onto another, as Anna is in trouble, gets peeped down here by the sniper, turns towards Jerax. I mean, it's 4 dead again on OG, only No Tail alive. He'll pop down a very symbolistic death ward as he is going to die, as there's the Death Prophet with the Siphon chasing him down. Assassinate's going to come in from the sniper. One more right click will do it from the Death Prophet. OG getting team wiped by OpenAI. The objectives that were good to go, and indeed, they take that tier 2 tower as they lock onto it. As back top, Thompson leading the way, giving a bit of vision here for OG, maybe seeing if they can set something up, try and catch out OpenAI as they back off. Thompson giving a lot of very, very important vision. There's the setup, jumping from Jerax. Echo slams down with the force. CM, she's going to be forced to safety. They do lose the gyro. The CM's still alive for now. A TP out will get another back to safety. So what could have been a bit of a disaster only ends as the gyro going down. Everybody else on OpenAI gets out of there. They will lose their courier yet again, of course.
And it's not fair.
Correct. Yes.
And it goes to show how they feel about taking Roshan right now, and how likely they feel it is that the enemy is taking Roshan. We'll see whether or not they know to be able to how to deal with this, what is going on exactly.
Yeah, very different approach with this SF. And it may do it. We'll see in the mid, though. Thompson is found out. The Sentry Ward's still there, giving them the vision, as that will be another death on Ricky. Thompson being caught out a fair few times now here by the AI, with that Exorcism commitment as well. We'll see the AI move quickly to see if they can find more use out of the ult. As it is, they'll see a camp and take the easy farm. There will be action, though, back towards the river, as into the jungle. Anna is going to head forward. Fisher will hold back the Death Prophet a little bit. He's holding on to that BKB charge here, Anna. In fact, he's not going to use it at all, as he has the Aegis. He's going to prepare for the second life to see if they're going to need to use that BKB. As jump forward from Jerax.
Oh, nice silence.
Silenced by the Death Prophet. meaning that JRX has nothing to throw out immediately. BKB will be used here by the DP. It is about to end, so if NoTail can find a setup with a cast, maybe they can go for this. They're diving pretty deep here, OG, trying for OpenAI as they'll go up towards the high ground, towards this shrine area.
Is down. We shouldn't be fighting right now. We're just not stronger than them when it comes to team fight. Same goes with probably the BKB usage.
Already OpenAI, they've found some more setup here as they'll go straight away towards Seb, opening up with the Yule Scepter. Seb will turn with a Viper Strike down onto the Sven. Jara already heading towards the back lines of OG, making it hard for OG to get a team fight fully together, as once again, OpenAI putting a bit of a stop to OG, trying to make a play. Now they're going on the Death Prophet.
Oh, what
They'll
a
commit
stun!
with the ult. Can they get the kill? They've already lost 2 on OG. They will get the Death Prophet, but immediate, again, these buybacks being used. As OpenAI knows that it has the edge with the numbers, JRX will throw down a Fisher to block off any attempted catch from the Gyro, but Sven finishes off Seb. Another convincing fight here for the AI. A good amount of damage here on this bottom lane as the tier 3 just gets destroyed by the ghosts from the Death Prophet. The Rack's in trouble as well. OG, they're still without Seb for 25 seconds. Towards the mid, you have this SF trying to push the wave out, but he's got to pop the BKB Ana and get himself away as OpenAI. They'll kill off NoTail. He's caught on the high ground. Ana will TP back towards the base. But still no Seb for 10 seconds. NoTail now out for 40. OpenAI, they actually move away from that bottom lane before finishing it off. And now, after getting the kills towards mid, they'll just continue to sweep around at top, take another tier 3 tower. Seb is now back in the game. He's got to be a little careful as OpenAI have a 13k lead. They are sort of an item ahead of their cause on OG. Silence comes out from the Ricky. There's the Viper Strike as well, but the BKB is going to be popped straight away. Jump forward. They'll look towards Thompson. Thompson forced to the side. Thompson in potential trouble. The Requiem comes out from Ana, but Thompson is dead. Both him and JRX buying back, getting into this game. They're looking to try and chase. JRX does have a blink available. He'll jump forward. Fish is there onto 2. Heads in. Echo Slam is perfect. The Sven, he blinked into it, but I say it's good. It killed the sniper. Is it going to actually get anyone else out of it? Sven, he's TPing out. The Death Prophet, he's TPing out. They do have the proc there with the Aftershock and that Enchant Totem to catch out the Death Prophet. As OG, they will manage to kill off 2 big targets. They obviously took a lot of damage to the base. They had to buy back, but they're finally able to punch back a little bit at the AI. As immediately moving down the middle lane, the build, as we're seeing, continuing from Ana, going for this refresher after the Aghanims. Making sure he can get sort of the, I guess, the consistent ult salves, the potential double BKBs and such. It's going to be a lot that the AI has to consider when it tries to play into this SF. Jump forward here from OG. They're trying to fight into this. The BKB comes out from both of them, both the SF and the Sven in response. Fisher will be used to try and separate some of the AI from one another. Jump forward though, and with the Rocket Barrage, they've got the damage to take down Thompson. They'll look towards JRX. JRX is going to fall as well. As the push put to an end there. Despite not having the Death Prophet or the Sniper, OpenAI feeling confident with just the 3 heroes being able to stop what OG tried to get going. Seb was trying to split push here on the top lane, but a missile is already inbound. It is going to be Lotus or back. Now continuing to just fight through the Lotus, popping the Frostbite. Seb now goes for the TP, knows there's no further ways to cancel it, and Seb will escape. We sort of lost count of the amount of times that it's just changed the outcome of fights with the way that the AI has been able to just change how OG's been looking to go around the fight. Seb again, going for sort of these suicidal pushes here, just throwing himself down on the bottom lane. He's almost certainly going to die for this. He does have the Lotus to remove the silence. The stun will get reflected. Seb, can he play his way out of this one at all? He has got a force to the side. That time's going to be bought for them there as the Death Prophet uses up the Viper, holds him in place. Seb will fall. But he's just doing his best to try and keep the AI away from the base. These players as well, they are forcing the Death Prophet to react with the Exorcism, will mean that it's not there for necessarily high ground pushes.
Instantly using the BKB there, just on the first side of any hero.
You can see OG as well, they do recognize that, and they are going to try and make a play whilst this sniper doesn't have that BKB available to pop. As they'll look towards the CM, they've got the vision down, they'll find one. Missile's going to be heading the way of the SF, straight BKB and a TP out from Ana. He's got to get away, but they have the right-click damage to punch through him. With that physical coming out from the Gyro and the Sniper, that is going to mean that buybacks have to come out, and only Seb has his available.
But the thing is, the AI just instantly responds. They never take that next creep, you know? They just always move.
And here we have it now. So OpenAI claiming the mega creeps. OG, they may have one final defense in them. They will have the full team back up in 15. JRX already leading in under the cover of the smoke, trying to start something, but an immediate BKB is out from the Death Prophet, making sure that JRX cannot follow Thompson into the action.
Their net worth is never divided so heavily. Like we talk about the position 6, we make a joke about that, about somebody who's just only buying wards as a support and has no real items. That never happens with the AI.
Oh, in mid lane, just a commitment here from the Sven. BKB jumping with the God Strength. It may just sort of be the Shaker, but he knows that this Shaker gone from the team fight for OG means that it's so hard for OG to attempt to hold. One tier 4 tower already gone as well. As OpenAI, they've found Seb also outside of the base. Seb dead for 2 minutes. No Tail also going to fall. Stun there from the Sven. A snipe from the sniper. As Ana will try and do something, at least jumping in with the BKB. The first ult comes out. It will be No Tail killing off the Sven, as that is going to be the Sven dead for 2 minutes. Still, though, they had to be careful of this sniper, as it's doing so much damage towards the SF. Ana will fall. No Tail TP's in. He's got the death ward, but the physical damage from the sniper pulls apart the Witch Doctor. As OG losing hero after hero once again. OpenAI now with a 28,000 net worth lead. OG's Ancient exposed. Jarex will be there to hold the creeps off back towards the mid. They are trying to keep them drawn away from the Ancient, as both Topson and Jarex are trying to take OpenAI's focus away from ending the game. Jump forward, Tetsu, but it doesn't matter. The creeps are on the Ancient. GG is called, and OpenAI take game 1 and cap. They look pretty terrifying. It was close at the start, but one thing we've learned here for OG, their all chat may have worked at TI, but maybe hands off the keyboard a little bit. Don't type any all chat against these AI, as they will turn around with vengeance.
Oh, certainly. It seems like, you know, when you think about playing against an AI, you assume that...
Yeah, it's one thing we definitely see that the human and AI choices are sometimes different. So when they draft against each other, they'll often both feel like they won the draft because they got the things they wanted. And then you actually play the game to see who...
Instantly get the mana required for Frostbite. Seb will survive, but taking a lot of heavy harass here from this duo lane of the Gyro and Crystal Maiden. It's back towards mid Topson. Actually, nearly dying here. In fact, well, he does. The poison was too much. And there's 2 points there in the poison attack, meaning that Topson ticks down and out of the lane, back towards bottom. Now going to have Jarex trying to chase down that Gyro. He has got less movement speed though, and the Gyro will be fine. In fact, the Gyro can turn. The missile's out, as well as the Rocket Barrage. He'll chase this down. Mango's going to be popped, so he's got the mana for another Rocket Barrage. Fisher will push the Gyro away though. Still though, the continued chase here from this Gyro. He'll be able to look towards Jarex. Can he cancel the regen rune? He cannot, so Jarex will be able to walk away and get himself back up to full health and full mana. And we're seeing, once again, in these first few minutes, in terms of the farm, people coming out pretty even in CS. Down bottom, Seb's in trouble, though. Gyro takes the kill. Seb did commit for the Crystal Maiden, but OpenAI taking the favorable trade.
Yeah, notice where their attention always goes to. It always goes on killing the Death Prophet, right? And part of that is because Earthshaker doesn't do anything for them past the Fisher usage.
See up top. Turn here with the Maledict onto Ana. The Dark Pact, they do have a Viper in this lane as well now, so OG have to be careful. Again, the Gyrocopter just racking up these kills. He was able to kill off Jerax once more. As this chase continues top, South will be popped, but he gets cancelled here by the stun. OpenAI diving past the tower with the damage from the Viper and the Sven. They'll claim the Slark's life. They'll get No Tail as well. The AI turning it up early here in this game too, as they are getting kill after kill after kill.
And just look
sort
at the way
old
that
school
he,
Viper stuff.
Yeah, when he would exchange with the sniper, when he ran forward at like 150 HP, like Topson took like 250 HP just from one poison attack in Nether Toxin.
And Ana is having a very tough time here on this top lane as he dies once more. 6 minutes in, OpenAI taking this tier 1 tower.
Even though the draft was more even, it went down to like 60%, I think, whereas opposed to like 70 plus for game 1. Just the way that the OpenAI has played it against OG, a lot more dominant in the laning phase.
Seb, he's trying to kill this Crystal Maiden, but the Crystal Maiden is just baiting Seb in. The backup's there from the Gyrocopter, and this combo that was causing issues for Seb in the lane will continue to cause issues as the game continues. Seb will try and juke it out around the trees. He's doing a pretty good job of it.
No way!
He's out-juked the AI. Seb will escape with a TP out. He's outplayed the AI.
It just kind of reinforces the idea of, you know, where we were looking at the bars and saying like, oh, this is the objective we want to take, but here's also 95% now. Here's also the probability of us being able to take that tower. Here's the probability of us dying. I'm sure the Viper being close by and jungling kind of lowers their chances of dying in that situation.
We have Seb here once more in trouble as the AI chases him down along the river. He'll try and turn and bring the Sven with him, but it won't be a success for Seb as another death on the Death Prophet out of the game. Seb having a very rough start in this first 10 minutes.
Is just so detrimental to OG as a whole because they're trying to get this core online to a point where he's able to run around cutting creep waves, but he just couldn't really get to that.
And we see there at the side, Jarrett's trying to step forward, but they turn immediately towards him. They have the Viper strike out upon him. Shrapnel's down here from Thompson in an attempt to hold. Assassinate will not get the kill off, and now again the CM goes for the ult, but they do have to disable. Hex comes out from No Tail. They'll kill up the Crystal Maiden, but OpenAI Viper diving past the tower on towards Thompson. The Sven coming back in on minimal HP to throw that stun off, secure the kill. As OpenAI again getting the favorable trade, another tower taken. They are playing at a ferocious speed here in this second game. OG, I mean, what's sort of their best bet in terms of getting back into this one? Is it just somehow trying to get farm on this Slark? I mean, at what point of this game will Ana be able to have an impact? Because at the moment, they're just getting picked apart elsewhere. We're going to see the Sven committing onto Thompson. Thompson does have backups, but both No Tail and Jerax splitting OpenAI apart as Jerax will focus the Viper. Seb comes in with the TP. They have surrounded the Sven. OpenAI trying to stand their ground as this Sven, but he's stuck in the trees. They'll lose the Sven, OpenAI. The Viper's still good to fight, and they've also now rotated in the Gyrocopter. Seb caught on the front lines. Siphon will not keep him alive, or will it? He gets a second one out. It's a good amount of sustain, but surely not enough, as the poison will be there from the Viper. OpenAI getting both of the kills.
There is still going to be a pretty good high ground advantage for OG, simply because they have Sniper and Earthshaker. You know, they said that the AI doesn't actually read Fissure as well as we do, so that may be one advantage, but if they just keep on killing Jerax time and time again, and then they get a pick off and then they immediately turn it into a tower, especially you see this rotation happening as the Siege Wagon comes out. I've noticed this a couple of times. They will play around the Siege Wagon quite a bit, and it's probably just because it's such a good objective taker.
And this is definitely sort of the games that we've seen from the OpenAI in the past, where, you know, 13 minutes in, they get this lead. OpenAI as it is, they're not going to make mistakes. They're not going to throw away this lead. You have to outplay them. You have to outmaneuver them. And at this rate, OG, they're struggling to certainly do that, as they'll lose Thompson. Seb trying to move in, but the Crystal Maiden with that massive amounts of damage coming out from the ultimate just stands her ground. 2 dead. There will be a buyback here as Thompson trying for some OpenAI-esque tactics to try and bring the game back around, but I don't know how much this buyback's going to do for him, as they're still without Seb, as Seb just failing to have any sort of impact this game as the Death Prophet after a terrible laning stage against the Gyrocopter and the Crystal Maiden. OpenAI 14 minutes in, they're up to the high ground, onto the tier 3 tower. Ana will be able to jump away, doesn't even manage to kill off the courier. The Viper godlike diving past towers, killing off Thompson. It's a dieback from the sniper. Seb, he's going to try and leap forward, but the cast bounces are out. Seb stands too close to Jerax. Jerax is in trouble as well as he's forced away. OpenAI taking that top tier 3 tower. They're onto the barracks. It's only 14 minutes in, Cap.
Backdoor protection to come back in, and anytime you saw like coming in from the side, they tried to use the Slark to be able to cut the creep wave immediately. OpenAI was trying to protect their creeps as much as possible to make sure that couldn't actually happen. They almost killed the Slark as a result.
15 minutes in, taking a barracks, an incredibly fast timing here from the AI. Jerax will fall as he tries to get some damage out onto the Viper, but the poison is too much for this underfarmed, underleveled Shaker. No Tail will try and get back. Seb attempting everything to hold them off with the Siphons, with the Crypt Swarm, but he doesn't have the damage. He does not have the HP to survive. Seb is dead. The rack's taken, and OpenAI, they are not leaving this space surely anytime soon. Well, they had to back up actually because the tier 2 still stands in the middle lane. At the net worth of these heroes, it looks like it. OG are just behind on every single hero pretty much. Only Thompson is sort of in there, and he's only competing with the farm of a Crystal Maiden.
You know, when it comes to once they sense they have an advantage and go for objectives, they min-max their positioning as much as possible. We're going to watch Jerax probably die again.
Yep, and almost certainly Seb as well. Jerax does not have the damage. Seb does have Ana with him, but this Slark only has Treads and a Wraith Band. There's nothing he can do. He's got a Shadow Dance popped. He will be able to steal up a bit of Essence Shift, but the cast bounces out onto Notel. Stun as well, out onto the Slark. Triple kill for the OpenAI Viper. Thompson, he's desperately looking for this Crystal Maiden, but the movement's here with the Shadow Amulet, dancing herself away, utilizing the Invis to make sure that Thompson cannot get that final hit on her, continuing to use the Amulet, getting away out of this. Thompson, can he find this? He does get the vision for the Assassinate, but there's the disable. The stun comes out from the cast, cancelling the Assassinate. The Crystal Maiden kept safe and alive. OG, they cannot catch a break this game. This is pure domination from OpenAI, start to potentially an early finish. 17 minutes in, there looks like there's very little chance of OG turning this one around. They will find the Witch Doctor pushing out alone. They may be able to at least claim the life of a Witch Doctor. Can they get more though? No, the Crystal Maiden again, using the ult. Enchant Toner comes out with the Aftershock, does cancel the ornament from the CM. Finger comes out, but it's not enough damage to kill off the Crystal Maiden. There'll be buybacks from both sides. Notail gets back in, so does the OpenAI Witch Doctor. As OpenAI wants to continue the aggression, the Gyro up onto the high ground, past the tier 3, past the barracks, playing so aggressive here. Seb has to be careful of potential wraparounds. They're pushing in both lanes at the same time, the AI. Both the middle lane and the bottom lane under threat. Also, the team as well of OG getting dove upon, up past the tier 4s. Anna's trying to come in. OpenAI, they're low, but they have the heals. The Voodoo Restoration from the Witch Doctor, meaning that OG cannot finish off any of these kills. Anna will fall again on the Slark. He has got a buyback. He will use it. But OG, they are just crumbling and getting entirely crushed here in this game too. It looks like there's very little chance for them to play anything back in response, as once again, AI just collapse onto OG. They cannot fight back at this point. Their heroes, their draft, it does nothing when OpenAI's heroes are this far ahead.
Just watching that Witch Doctor be so far forward and still seeing the exchange be so worth it for the AI. It's just unbelievable, the fact that they were orange bot imbalanced, huh?
And this
Viper's just...
Viper's strong, but this was a Viper. This weren't your jungle Viper. You know, this was he was a proper player this game.
You know, use the sniper and the Earthshaker to be able to kill creep waves and then have the Slark cut. Like, that was the ideas that OG was hoping for, but none of that was really possible with a Viper being this over-farmed and always forcing the fight.
I mean, if they can get this kill, it would be an absolutely huge one. He's 18-0-9 at the moment, but they cannot, they do not have any sort of damage to beat down this Viper, as once again, OG just getting absolutely floored in any attempt of a team fight.
AI, like, they never...
The trees come out. The offerings as well of mangoes to try and keep the OpenAI at bay. As OG almost certainly conceding here in this game too. I mean, 40-6, 19 minutes in. I mean, we have not seen OpenAI look this good. This is such an improvement over time from all the events in the past, the build-up. At this point, OpenAI are looking to play at full power.
Yeah, it just looks fantastic. I wonder, do they have a force staff or
if
something
they get
to save
this
him?
kill, it's worth so much. But
they're
not getting it.
Owen?
They're not getting
Can
it.
they even do it?
This Viper will not die.
Every single time you think like, oh, this hero, he's too far forward. He's too low. He's like gonna get picked off. But there's always enough heroes behind him. Like, even in that situation, they were all the way over by the shrine, but they know that the Viper is just gonna take so long to eventually die that that they could be there in time.
And with the Ancient falling, there is no hope here for OG. They have a fortification. But with Anna dead, 41k lead. They're asking for the finishing blow to come in from the OpenAI, as OpenAI almost playing around with them at this point. Finger attempted onto the Gyro. The stun from Notail misses. Thompson's AFK. He's had enough of this one. As the Ancient will fall, and that is GG, game over. OpenAI taking game 2, taking the series 2-0. But honestly, this second game in particular, this is a fantastic example of something that, as a player of Dota 2, as a professional, you watch how OpenAI just absolutely crushed this 20 minutes of gameplay. And there's got to be a lot to learn from the way that they played this game.
Oh, absolutely. I think there's, especially like positioning-wise, them always being able to read, to play around each other, right? Like, the AI plays a true 5-man. They actually do not do a whole lot of splitting up after the laning phase. They just always kind of play around each other. At most, maybe there's like a 3-man squad and a 2-man squad, but every single time you think that there's a hero that's like out of position, there just always seems to be enough backup behind him to take the fight.